Ely Municipal Utilities Board meeting, June 8th, 2023.
Order the regular meeting of June 8th. Please follow me in pledge allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Chairman O'Flaherty.
Here.
Vice Chairman Durridge is absent today. Member Ross.
Here.
Member Rivero.
Here.
Member Marquez. Here. Councilman Parsons absent today. City Clerk Lee. Here. City Treasurer, HR Director Trask. Here. City Public Works Supervisor Craycraft.
Here.
City Attorney Cahoon.
Here.
City Engineer Almer.
Here.
And that is all.
Thank you. Comments not exceeding 3 minutes in length will be accepted from the general public in attendance. If any are made, there may be discussion upon those comments. No vote, decision, or action may be taken upon matters raised under that item until it's formally placed on the agenda. Comments during discussion items will not be accepted from the general public as per section 705 of the Nevada Open Meeting Law. Public comment, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I'm again requesting a copy of the permit the city had to obtain to dig into the intersection of Walkman and Ely Avenue to conduct a water line or sewer line repair on March 5th, 2032. I'm curious as whether the city obtained one from the state NDOT. I'd like to know. Mr. Chairman, the city has yet to address the proper installation of a meter pit sewer connection to my family's properties at 729 and 733 Great Basin Boulevard, nor has there been any compensation for the damage done to the water shutoff valve at 745 Great Basin Boulevard. I want equal protection under the law. Federal law prohibits discrimination in any federally funded or assisted utility. When that construction company parked their vehicles on top of that water shutoff, we had to replace it. Close to $3,000, I want my money. Mr. Chairman, I'm again requesting reimbursement for the sewer problem I had to remedy at my home at 681 Parker. The blockage was on the city's line in the city street, not on my side. I remind you, I pay every month. I want equal consideration. With penalties and interest, the city owes me, as of May 21st, 2023, $13,791.49. I'm charging the same interest and penalty rate that the city is on the almost $4,000 that I had paid to rectify the situation. I want to remind you, just recently the city paid to reroute a private party sewer line during the Phase 3 Murray Street project. Can't do that, but you did. I want equal consideration. That amount for the Murray Street project was, I think, 8 or 10,000. That should be in your records. Mr. Chairman, on numerous occasions, I've requested a complete list of properties and individuals that the city has permitted and allowed to have to park RVs on the city lots and city streets while living in them. I'm on the planning commission. I've not seen one permit. I don't know what the hang-up is, but I'm requesting that information. I don't know if you people are collecting the proper fees. It's incumbent upon you to make sure that all fees are collected. No discrimination. Mr. Chairman, I have a major concern regarding the drainage coming down from that property located on the west side of the railroad tracks. On 7th Street, the water runoff comes down that road. There is no curb and gutter. Comes alongside the backside of the old school and is causing considerable erosion. That is anywhere from 8 to 12 inches, and I want it taken care of. City code does not allow drainage from one property onto private property.
Thank you. Move on to item 3, consent agenda. These items can be approved in one motion by the board as its first action of business under for discussion of possible action items. Approval of consent agenda includes each of these items. Board members may remove any item from the consent agenda by notifying the board chair. Do I have a motion to move to approve the consent agenda 3A1 minutes of May 11, 2023? business, board member Robertson Nevada Mine Company, RNMC representative. Discussion only, update utility board of Robinson Nevada Development. Roof pit development and water mitigation efforts within the city of Ely.
Well, Jennifer, I will not be able to attend tomorrow's utility board meeting. I write this email providing you an update on old business. Robinson continues to mine the roof pit complex. Here's the breakdown of fresh water dewatering effort in South Water. About 8,578 gallons per minute is being pumped, 2,774 gallons per minute is going into Gleason Creek, and the rest is going to the mill for ore processing. RW7P is delivering 1,181 gallons per minute into the city water system. Thanks, Frederick.
Thank you, Jennifer. Appreciate that. Public comment? Very good. We'll move on. New business, board member, city engineer Omberg, discussion for possible action, recommendation to accept landfill South Run-On Ditch, project PWP-2023-163.
We're just bringing this back through formal process to basically accept the project. The contractor completed the project. It went very smoothly, very great. They were a great contractor to work with, very easy. There was no change order on the project. They did it in a very timely manner. And he had to get home for his daughter's graduation, so he hurried up and backed up and was down. So this is just a formal to accept a great project.
Now, when you go into the gate, you look down on the bottom right, is that the pond that was constructed there? Water unit right now?
I mean, no, that was
That was
several years ago. That's was a part of the expansion as well. And what they do with that, that's a line pond on the right hand side. You're going up the hill right there. That's whenever they get some leachate or just water that's sitting on top, they go up there and actually collect it and then put it in that line pond.
Where's the location of this one? It says south.
It's not a pond. This is actually a diversion ditch. It's on the uphill side of this, and it diverts any storm drain water around the landfill. So the landfills can wash out. Yeah, the contractor even, we had possibly proposed, working with Mike, adding some additional gabions and stuff coming downstream to kind of slow that water that comes out of that ditch. And they had leftover riprap, whatever, so they come and put us in a couple little slow down structures and just for free, just because they had rock there, they're a great contractor.
Any questions for BJ?
Thank you.
Public comment? Go on to number 2, board member, city clerk.
Wait, do you have
Take action.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jesus. We have a motion on this.
I'll motion to
Motion.
accept.
We have a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. We'll go first and read second. Okay. Board member, city clerk,
Are we
please.
doing public comment too? We've got public comment on all these.
And public comment on that, George?
You did it.
You did it? Okay.
Board member, city clerk Lee, discussion with possible action, recommendation approval to remove past due utility fee penalties up to the amount of $578.19 from 3694 North, 151 Street, Ely, Nevada, requested property owner, Ransom.
Mr. Hutchinson paid the landfill fee balance of $789.13, and he's requesting waiver of the penalties.
Any concerns or questions?
I'll move that we approve.
We have a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment?
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. On the agenda item, you consider the approval to remove past due utility fee penalties for that individual. I'm not against that individual getting the write-off, but I want equal consideration and protection under the law. I want to remind you that I paid for my property at 490 High Street. The principal penalty amount is instructed in a letter from City Clerk Jennifer Lee dated November 25th, 2019. And yet to date, the city has given me for $2,099.28. The city to date has failed to reimburse me for the overpayments that I made for the old Union Grade School at 622 High Street. You wrote off all the back billing for Yarmouth Bath when you bought the Plaza Hotel, didn't give me the same consideration. I remind you again, the city gave the property owners at 790 Avenue I a 4,000 or more write-off, and they used all the utilities for years and had not paid. I pay every month. Since I bought that property, I paid the penalties and interest as instructed, and yet here I am with $2,000 some dollars. No, I want equal consideration. Federal law prohibits the discrimination in any federally funded or assisted public utility. Kindly put me on the next agenda for consideration for approval to remove past due utility fee penalties. I should know anything, but put me on. I don't hear what you're gonna say to me. Did you hear anything on, John?
I heard you.
Okay. If you
See,
kindly
public
do
comment.
that,
Public comment.
thank you,
You're up for it.
thank you.
Very good. Any other public comment? I don't think so. Very good. City Department reports. Board members. Sherry?
Nothing.
Great?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, sir.
Chairman, the only thing I have to report, I'd like to compliment the Parks Department on a nice presentation of the cemetery on Memorial Day and of the graduation last night. It was very nicely done. Compliments to them. Only thing I have. Public Works Supervisor, we have their reports. Water Operator, we have their reports. Water Sewer Leadman, their reports. Landfill Leadman, their reports. City Clerk.
I don't have a report.
Very good. City Attorney.
Just quickly, I have been working with Greg Morrison on the runoff for the EAP. That should be done here pretty soon, and then we do need to make progress on the agreement between Robinson and the city. And so I'll be working closely with him on that as well here shortly, and hopefully we'll make some progress there. But that's all I have, unless there's any questions.
No, two important aspects. Thank you. City Grader. BJ. I'm not sure how to refer to you now as an engineer or a marathoner.
So just an engineer so far.
You gotta speak up.
Our big thing, I guess, that we're really focused on is our plans are coming up due here for Alma Street project. And so we're just doing a lot of coordination back and forth, getting those plans finalized. And so, things are going good. Actually, NDOT just got an excavation permit yesterday, emailed us and said, hey, I think this is gonna conflict with what we're gonna construct. Please review before we approve this or whatever. So there's just a lot of coordination going on. It's just, it's gonna be a good project, but that's our main focus. We're working on getting the team together to put the contractor to bid to install the pumps out of the industrial park. And we're also working with the water department to do some maintenance on that line prior to those guys coming here to put that stuff in as well. That's the main thing. I am obviously on my way down here shortly, so I'm just trying to round things up here. The office will still be covered, and everybody will still be in the office. So. Okay.
Any questions for BJ?
No, sir.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you, BJ. Public comment, George?
Last public comment?
Last public comment.
Okay, thank you. When we do Auburn Street downtown, I want to make sure we don't end up with the same screw up that they have on Great Basin Boulevard and East Alton. No 88. You're crossing two double yellow lines, two sets of double yellow lines to access businesses. They yet to correct that. I don't want that downtown. We're struggling as it is. If the engineer can't correct that, we need a new engineer. I'm not just unhappy, I am pissed off. No one is addressing. I know it's surprising.
No, it's not. I totally disagree with you. I've been around that road more than once here.
You know, things are tough enough as it is.
Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, I've asked on numerous occasions if the city has ever collected in full from the Garner Mercantile for the rent and utilities when they're renting from the city. We get to receive an answer. the Garden Path and the Art Bank also. I've yet to receive any information in regards to if the golf course has paid in full any penalties and interest for what they paid for the water they used. Again, you can't selectively charge one entity one set of fees and everybody else pays full price. I want to know if the railroad has paid in full for all utilities, penalties and interest when they owned the White Pine Trailer Park, and I'm not seeing them on the agenda at all. And that was thousands of dollars, tens, might have been 100,000, but we don't know. We need to find out. I don't know if NDI ever paid their penalties and interest. Bob Miller had that business. Mr. Fairman represented NDI. I've yet to receive any information. I don't want to be treated any differently than anybody else. These people are in government. They know what the rules are. We need to step up and pay the fair share. Mr. Chairman, the damage that I was referring to at 622, I had the Brick Brothers give me an estimate, approximately $24,000 to fix the ruts and the damage. We need to stop that. You put in 36 or 40 feet of sidewalk down on a street for an individual, and yet you can't put curb and gutter across the road to stop the erosion and the draining on my property. Something's wrong. Mr. Chairman, on numerous occasions I've asked at City Council, either utility board meetings, that I've noticed numerous RVs, possibly squatters, setting up throughout the city. I want to know if they've got permits. I'm on the planning commission, I'm not seeing one. I want to know if you're collecting proper utilities. Mr. Allworth collected when, for me, when I had a renter have a visitor just park outside the fence, I had to pay another set of fees. I want equal consideration, and I want some answers.
Thank you, George.
Can I get some answers?
Thank you, George. Very good. Next utility board meeting, please.
July 13th.
5/13? Oh,
July 13th.
July 13th. Very good. With that, we stand adjourned.
This has been a Georgetown production. George Chachis reporting.